Welcome back to the Caregiver Minute, where every weekday family and professional caregivers gather to refine their skills, gain inspiration, and prepare to serve. When I was 10, we had a really large play tower that my dad built, with 2 huge swings. We're talking the chains were 13 or 14 feet long, and you could go so high it was amazing. Now, I used to stand on one of those swings, and I would pump myself up and down until I was flying high. And the thrill of that was greater than my fear of falling, so I did it day after day. Now, one day, I got myself going so high that my body was almost parallel with the ground. Now, people say what you don't know won't hurt you, but sometimes what we don't know is deadly. And on that day, I was lucky to survive because the chain at the top of the swing on one side had been rubbing against the bolt that it was attached to, and the stress of all of that friction and heat caused the chain link to snap. And I went flying over the fence, and I landed on a log in the field behind our house. After a few doctor appointments, I spent the rest of the summer in a neck brace. I'm grateful that I can even walk today after an accident like that. Now, Alzheimer's disease and other types of dementia and a host of other physical problems tend to be at work for decades before symptoms show up. But most of us wait until there's a problem to say, oh my goodness, I'm not feeling so good, I need help. Many family and professional caregivers also ignore the fact that they're becoming increasingly exhausted, that their fuse is getting shorter, that their emotional stamina is running thin, that they need some rest and recovery. Now, I think it's easier to prepare and prevent than it is to repair and repent. How much easier had we known that the chain rubbing against that bolt was going to be a problem? Would it have been for my dad to install the kind of swivel that he put at the top of those swings after the accident beforehand? I could have prevented a whole summer in a neck brace had he done that. Think of all the problems that we can prevent if we intervene early. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, emotional burnout, and all sorts of other challenges are things that are at work for many, many years until the problems show up. So don't be like that Swingset. Inspect things carefully in your life and in the lives of the people that you're serving. There's so much that we can do to prevent downstream problems. As professional and family caregivers, it's way easier to ensure that the people that we're serving stay really well hydrated so that they don't have a fall and a fracture because of dehydration than it is to deal with the fall and the fracture. That's one of countless examples where early intervention and doing the things that we can to make sure that our systems are functioning optimally can make all the difference in the world. So I invite you today to find one thing that you can do in your own life and in the life of someone around you to help prepare and prevent instead of waiting for the disaster to strike. I hope this makes a difference for you, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of the Caregiver Minute.